Hey guys, I have a cute little project for you guys today. This one is these leaf tucks. That's what I'm going to call them, leaf tucks. I think they are so cute. And as you can see, it's a leaf, but I only this one looks like a leaf because it's on the green. So isn't that cute? Look at this one. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make these today. And let me show you what they look like without the stuff in them so that you can see. Aren't they cute? You would just glue this back part into your journal. That's how you would use these as a tuck spot. So these two are were not double-sided, okay? So that's why it ended up being white up here, is because they're not double-sided. This one is double-sided. Take it out so I can show you. So this one is double-sided origami paper. And because it's double-sided, that's how we got the green up here. These two are origami papers. So they are really thin. This one, I decided I wanted to experiment and see if I could do this with something a little heavier. So this is cardstock, and I was able to do it just fine. I had to push a little bit harder to make the creases, but that was about it. So you can use any weight of paper for this, okay? You don't have to use origami paper at all right? So let me get started and show you how. I'm going to do it step by step. So, and I'm going to try and go slow so you guys can follow along very easily. Here I have some origami paper. This one's slightly thicker origami paper, but I don't know if does that make it origami paper if it's slightly thicker? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, they're 6x6. Okay, you can do this with larger sizes as long as the sizes are even. 3x3, 4x4, that type of thing. But I like 6x6. It produced this size, and I like that size for my journals. Okay, so let's just pick one. And these ones, except for this last one, is double-sided. So I'm going to pick a double-sided one so that I can show you. And let's use this one. Okay. Also, to decorate, I got a bunch of things from the Dollar Tree. Except for this top one. I think this came from, I think this one came from Dollar General. But the rest of this all came from Dollar Tree. Okay, so we're just going to use some of the decorating pieces from Dollar Tree for these. Oops, I dropped that. Oh, bow move. Okay, in fact, I might use the bow on this one. All right, so what you do, I've seen a couple of ways to fold this but I'm going to try and just simplify everything and just do it very simple. Okay, so you have to decide, let me bring this in over, because this is double-sided. You need to decide what color of your leaf up here is going to be. If you want it to be on this side, then you make sure that you start the folds with this facing up with the decorative pattern so that you get the decorative pattern here. Okay, if you want the decorative pattern to be up here, then I would start with the plain side facing up. Okay, so I want the decorative side here on this one. So I am going to start here, and I'm going to turn my paper so it's like this, and I'm going to go in corner to corner, I guess you could say, corner to corner, and I'm just going to fold it in half. This was actually my biggest struggle, was to match these up. And you might want to grab a bone folder for this because you want really crisp edges most of the time on this. Okay, so like that. And then I'm going to open it back up, and I'm going to turn it this way. And I'm going to also go and corner to corner, okay? I'm just going to use my bone folder, crease that edge. Okay. Now this next part, maybe I should have done it the other way so you guys could see. I'll do it on another one with this paper up so you could see it easier. Okay, so now I'm going to just keep it in this position like a diamond, and I'm going to take this edge here and I'm going to put it right there in the middle. I'm just going to bring it up into the middle like that, and then crease it down here. Now, whenever I was making mine, I did the exact same on the other side real quick. Here, I'll just show you. So whenever I was doing mine, I did it like this so that I could, I just found it faster to mimic what I was doing on one side on the other side at the same time. But for this, and I'm going to go slowly. So I'm just going to do one side at a time. Okay, so we just did that. Now I'm going to open it back up and I'm going to touch, see where this crease line is? I'm going to touch this corner with that crease line. I'm sure. Right there. See, it's harder to see because of the pattern paper. Okay, so I'm going to touch that crease line. And then I'm going to leave that closed, and I'm going to roll this straight edge up to that crease line. Okay. Making sure, there we go. There's a little off there. Okay. Make sure that this piece, you can kind of see it, the crease right there. Make sure that lines up with this long crease, okay? Oops, forgot to crease it on this side. Okay, and then we're going to roll it again one more time, making sure again that that crease line matches up. I'm just going to line it up with that. It's kind of hard whenever it's so far in front of me. I've got to bring it back down. I was too far up. Making sure that this side is also touching that crease line but not going over it. Okay, like that. All right, and then I'm going to use my bone folder to make it really creased right there so I can find it again. Now, if you are really good at creasing and everything, you can fold this one more time. Okay, you could do that. I'm not going to on this one because I'm keeping things simple, but you could go ahead and crease it one more time. I'm going to unravel it. Okay, so we end up with this. Okay, so I'm going to start here and I'm going to push that down and then fold it towards me, and then fold it back and fold it towards me, and just keep going all the way down until I got it completely done. Okay, so that's where somehow right there got messed up. I'm not sure how. There we go. So that it looks like this whenever you're done. Just like that. I'm going to crease that down. And now we'll do the same thing on the other side. And like I said, I'm going to go slow so you guys can see. I'm going to try and match this up a little bit easier. Probably see my head here. Okay, fold that onto that line. Roll it up until it touches that line. I think this is where. Touching on both sides. Bring it back down a little bit. There we go. And then crease. And then roll it again. And crease it. And make sure it's matching. Yeah, that's matching. Okay, crease it again. Oops. Okay. Now we open it back up and just pull this little tab and it pulls it out. And then we start here and I push down. I just close it back up basically. And then I start wiggling these down, up, down, up. This is why the crease lines are so important, because it makes this step so much easier. If your crease lines aren't sharp, this step can get tricky. Okay. And then back up and down, just like that. So this is what, I forgot to crease it. I'm going to crease it. Okay. So this is what we have right now. And what we're going to do is turn it. So this, we're going to take one part and we're going to fold it towards the middle here. And this tip matches this crease line right here in the middle. Okay, so that's all I'm doing is matching that to that. Creasing it. It's a lot of creasing. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing on this one, but we're going to do it on the back side. So we're going to flip this over. Fold that down. And then we're going to take this edge and towards the middle to where it meets in the middle right here. Just like that. Okay. And then we're going to flip it back over and we're just going to fold it in half. Just like that. Should fold very nicely because we already got nice crisp lines. And we have this on the edge. Isn't that pretty? That's pretty on the edge too, huh? And now we're going to lay it flat and we're going to fold this. See the crease line right here in the middle, guys? We're going to fold this over to that crease line. Not past it, just to it. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're just going to fold this over to that crease line. Close as you can get to that crease line. These do kind of end up getting in the way a little bit, but there we go. Okay, and then I'm going to use my bone folder to crisp that line a little bit. Now this one ended up with a little bit of pink on the inside. If you don't want the pink on the inside, like that line, you don't want to see that, fold these the opposite direction, guys. Just fold it like that, and then you won't have any problems. I don't mind having that there, so I'm going to leave mine. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Okay, I'm going to close it back up so you guys can see what I did. I could just squeeze that over just a hair. Let me see if I can get that. There we go. Okay. Okay, so it looks like this. It's kind of floating open. You just grab these leaves and lift it up like that and pull it straight to the top and then push that back down and it'll just lay flat. Okay, just lays like that. And now I'm going to take a little bit of glue because I like mine to stay closed a little bit more than that. And on the inside of this flap, I'm just going to add my glue on the inside right there. And then also, you could also just apply it here on this piece, okay? So it doesn't matter on which side. And then I'm just going to close it back up and glue it shut. I'm going to take my bone folder and smush it. Get underneath there, smushing it. There we go. Just like that. Okay, and so our tuck is done. That was the extent of it. Now we get to decorate it. Okay, so let me show you. I got a piece here. See, there's a little slit we created right there. I'll try to show you. Right there. That we can tuck stuff into. See? And let me see if I got something else. Okay, here we go. There we go. So you can decorate it like that, okay? Now right here, we're going to add a little bit of decoration just to finish this off so that it's looks all together done, okay? Oh, I have this blue one. I have this little cute blue bow. Okay, I'm going to add the blue bow. Just to give it a finished look, I'm going to attempt to glue this bow into place right here. Now, if you had done that extra line, whenever you go back and forth, your leaf is going to look a little bit more smaller than mine. Well, it'll be the same width, but the leaves themselves would look smaller. Okay, I'm trying to get the glue to come out. Come out, wherever you are. Okay, got the glue. And I'm just going to stick my bow right there in between them, covering the gap between the two. Okay, oops. Let me hold it this way so I could see. Okay. Just like that. Isn't that cute and adorable? And like I said, you put something back here. There we go. Isn't that adorable? I love these. These are so cute. Okay, let's make another one. I want to do it slowly and several times so that you guys can see. I'm going to try and do it backwards this time so that you can see with the other lines. Let's see. This one has the white line. No, I don't want that one on top. I guess this one will be okay. We'll try it with that white and see. Can you see the lines if I crease it? Not really. Okay, I'm going to try it with one of these ones. Let's do it with this one. I'm going to try it with the pink one, guys. All right, so because I want this to be down here at the bottom, I'm going to do it with this one up. So I'm going to start my folding in half. Well, it's not in half. I'm going to go corner to corner in half. Crease. Good. Open it back up. Crease the corner to corner here again. There we go. Okay, open it back up. Make it into a diamond shape. Lift this to the center. A bone folder to crease that line really well. Be careful with the origami paper because it does rip if you crease it too much. Okay, so hold that down, roll the, oh, I'm doing it wrong. Okay, open that back up. Now we take this piece to that line. I almost blooper. Did you guys see that? Sorry. There we go. Now we leave this piece. Leave this last tab and roll it to that line. Creasing it. And roll it one more time. Or two more times if you can. Another way to roll that, oops, I got glue. Glue was stuck to. Okay. Another way, I was going to say, and if you can't really get this last crease in really well, another way to do that is to, whenever you open this back up, is to crease each one of the lines in between. Okay, it's kind of harder that way. But, okay, let's do. Oh wait, let me finish this side off. Sorry, let me finish this side off. Okay, so fold it back up and then down. Crease that line a little bit. Okay, then up, down, up, down. Oops, down line, down line. Oops. Okay, wait a minute. Need to find my crease line there. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, down, I mean up, and then down. Why is that crease line not wanting to work? And then up and down. Okay, so it looks like that. Okay, we'll do the same thing on the other side. Crease. Open. Remember to open and then fold again. So two folds and then start rolling them up. I get in a hurry and I forget to unfold before I start rolling this piece. Okay, to the match to the crease line. And roll it one more time or two more times, depending. Okay, there we go. And now open it back up. Fold closed. Fold up, down. Okay, down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. And down. Okay. So then we have this. It matches on both sides. Make sure it matches on both sides. One time I did this and I don't know what I did, but it did not match. Okay, and then we're going to go fold towards the center so that that piece matches that line there. Flip it over, making this line match the crease right here. There we go. And crease it. There we go. And then we're going to Flip it back around this way, fold it in half. Okay. All right, and then we're going to take this edge and fold it up towards the middle. And then we're going to take this edge and fold it towards the middle. Like that. Okay, I'm going to go back and push that down right there. There we go. Didn't get a good, there we go. All right, and now we have, bring out our leaf. You just grab a hold of the back and pull up, and it lays flat. And the same thing with this side, just like that. Okay, now we're going to add our glue on our inside here. Okay, we're just going to add it to the inside of this, on this side, and then do the same thing on this side, on that little flap. And then we're going to push them closed. I like to use my bone folder to push down and make sure I get a good seal. And voila, we have that little tuck. Let me see with this one. Okay, and there's like that slit right there in the back. That's what you would glue it down onto the journal, and then you would have the little tuck spot like that. Okay, and we can put something right here. Let me see, with the I got a flower. I think this gray flower might work. I think one of these. I think I'm going to use the gray one in here, the light gray. Does that work? Let's see. That looks okay. Not my favorite. Not really sure. Maybe the darker one would look better. Let's try it. Whoops, I dropped one. Trying to grab a hold of it. They're stuck together. Oh man, they're massively stuck together. Okay. Oh, this one doesn't have one in the middle. Maybe I could do that and then add something. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Add a little pearl on the inside. So I'm going to add a little pearl to this. Okay, I got a little white pearl. I'm going to add this little white pearl to this. Just going to add a little glue right here to the center. That's the only thing bad about getting them from Dollar Tree. The glue does not hold up. The sticky on them don't hold up. Gosh. Add that right there. Can't barely see it, but it's there. I like that. Now I'm going to add the glue. Hopefully, the glue is acting up. Okay. I'm going to add some glue right here in the center on both sides so I can put my flower. And just stick that right there. Yeah, that's cute. You kind of push down on it a little bit and your leaves flare out a little bit more. Okay. All right, there's number 2 done. So we have 2 of them. I think I can do one more so that I can get it decorated too. Let's do one more. Let's do the butterflies. I think they're cute. Actually, I really wanted to try this one so I could show you what I'm going to do this one, guys, because I want to show you what it looks like again with not having double-sided paper, okay? And this is slightly thicker than those, so you can kind of see how it folds too. So I'm going to do it with this on the inside. I want this to be right here at the bottom is what I'm trying to say. So you start with that one. I'm just gonna, there we go. When it's thicker, you really have to have something, the back of the scissors, your fingernail, the bone folder, something to really crease those lines when it's thicker. Makes it so much easier later. Okay. Point to point, point to point, okay? Now, if you accidentally mess up and you fold your paper in half this way first, it's okay. These lines aren't going to affect it later, okay? All right, now, you know what I'm going to do so that you guys can see this side easier? I'm just going to take, hopefully, take my ink and go over those lines real quick so that, yeah, so that you guys can see them very easily as I'm doing this one. Okay, there we go. There we go. So that you guys can see the lines where I'm putting everything, okay? Hopefully that'll help. I'm going to put it into the diamond, and now I'm going to fold this corner, the point right to the middle, making sure that this line here matches that line there. Bone folder. Really crease that line. Okay, open it back up, and then we have this new line right here. I'm also going to ink it real quick so that you can see it. I want you guys to see. I won't ink it on the other side. Well, maybe I will. I don't know. There, that one's inked now so you can see. And I'm going to fold this tip straight to that line again. And crease. Okay. Now leave this one closed. Roll it to this line right here. I'm going to roll it to that line and making sure it doesn't go over the line but goes to it. And I should have inked it up the last time. I can really see the lines this time. Okay, and then crease. Really crease that line. Okay, and roll it one more time. Straight to that line right there. And crease. Did I get that off? No, that's good. Okay. And crease. Okay, now we're going to open it all the way back up. All the way. We're going to fold it. Okay, so we're going to fold it right on that line. So we're going to just close that back up. I'm going to give it a crease right there. And then the very next line, we're going to pull it down to that one. And then back up. And then down on this line right here, you can see. Just creasing them all because I'm creasing them especially on this one again because of the thickness of the paper. Pull it back up. And then down on this line, this little crease line right here, pull back, close it. Okay. And then back up and down one more time. There we go. Increase it. There we go. We have, looks like that. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Okay. So this time I'm not going to ink it though. I'm just going to leave it. I don't think you'll be able to see the ink line. Okay, so to the center, making sure that tip goes to the all the way to the center. Crease. Open fully back up, and then crease. Fold it this point up to that line we just made. I'm just gonna ink it right there in the middle so you can see it. There we go. It's right there. So I'm going to put that point right on that line right there. Crease. Okay, leave that one closed. Roll it up to that line. Kind of pulling that, tucking that in at the same time. Sometimes that little tip wants to come out, so you might need to wiggle it back in there. Okay, there we got it even. And fold it one more time. Okay. There we go. Actually, that time it might have, no, it's okay. Might have went over a little bit on this one, but I think it'll be all right. Open back up, fold it all the way closed on that first crease line. And then down and just kind of wiggle it back and forth until I got to crease them. I'm sorry. There we go. Oops, crease that one wrong. Crease that one in the wrong spot. Back up. Oops. Somehow I got my crease lines are all mixed up. That's okay. We'll make them work. Back up, down. This does go a little bit faster whenever you're up and down. Yeah. When you're not creasing every one of them, they go. Somehow my crease line got a little bit off. See right here? That shouldn't be a problem, but it did get off a little bit. Okay, so then I'm going to fold down towards the center and crease. And then fold this in back to the back side and crease. Okay. Flip it back over, grab a hold of these two, and then close it. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and crease this bottom really well. Okay. Now we're going to fold it to the center. Right there. Whenever you're folding it, you can kind of pull that out to make sure that you get a nice clean edge here. You can lift that, and so you can lift that up and get your edge underneath. I'm not sure I showed that before. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing on this side. Oops. Fold over to the center. Pull that up so that, oops. Okay, I'm gotta fix my little leaf there. Didn't want to go. There we go. Crease and crease all the way up. Lift that up so I can crease it. There we go. Okay. So that's really cute. Oops, my leaf got jammed. I'm going to fix this leaf. There we go. Pop it up. All right, now I'm going to add the glue to the inside so it stays closed. Just going to add some glue to both of these panels, or you could add it to this panel. It doesn't matter. Like that. Close it back up and push down. We need to wiggle those. One's usually out from the other. There we go. There. Isn't that cute, guys? That is so cute. I'm going to use my foam folder to get the glue all over. Pushing it up underneath the leaf. Okay, that is so cute. I think I'm just going to add a pearl right here to the center of this one because I don't think it needs, yeah, I think it just needs a cute little pearl. That's all I'm going to add right there. Okay. Okay, push that down. Opening that back up a little. Takes a second whenever I'm not using hot glue to get that to stay. There we go. Oh, that's so cute. The other one, I went down here with the pearls, with the other, so maybe I'll do that with, yeah, I'm going to go down that with the pearls real quick. Let me take I'm just gonna take these pearls. Oops, not that one. Hopefully I can get this time. Ah, they're coming off individually. I wonder why. That's okay. I'll just run a bead of glue down there and put them on because I really want to use these. Okay, just running a bead of glue straight down so that I just have a place to set these little baby pearls. Lining them up in the middle. Okay. Eyeballing them. These ones all stayed together, so let's use them. Yeah, I think that's cute. Maybe one more. Let's add one more up here at the top. Sorry, I was trying to see without putting my head there. Okay. Gotten pretty tight looking, so I'll add one more right here at the bottom. There we go. Okay, there. I'm happy with that. I think that is so cute. So let's bring them back. So these are the 3 that I had made previously. So I think you guys can see all those. Ah, they're just so cute. Let me hold them up so you guys can really get a close look. Let me see. Oh, these are so cute. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this cute one. I just love these, and like I said, these all came, most of the materials all came from the Dollar Tree. So this is a really inexpensive project for everybody to do, and they come out looking so gorgeous. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope you guys have a blessed day.